Think less and do more. So this is a new chapter for me. I'm going to be starting my own AI agency. I've been in high ticket sales for over a year, selling B2C at that point. Been on multiple offers, mostly as an SDR, not really a closer, which is completely fine because I've been in multiple coaching programs and invested over 10K into myself when it comes to sales. And I know for a fact that I can achieve whatever I need to achieve in life. It comes down to your subconscious mind, right? The beliefs that you have create emotions, and those emotions go into behavior patterns, and those behavior patterns basically give you the results that you're looking for. If you don't have a good perspective on who you are as a person, you're not going to achieve the things that you truly want to achieve at a fast rate. The power of your mind is super powerful, guys. Like, if you could read into the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, because the subconscious makes 90% of your life essentially, right? Who you believe in yourself. Like, what are your beliefs? Because your beliefs are from the stories you gathered from other people talking about you, or your own stories, or even your own stories that you made about yourself essentially. And then those stories are essentially your beliefs, because your beliefs, whatever it is, like, you either could say you believe in yourself that you're a millionaire, or you're able to make money fast, or you're able to build a six-figure business in like 6 months because of the character you have. That's going to drive the emotions, and those emotions are going to be positive emotions, and those are positive emotions are going to drive, or essentially the behavior patterns that are going to drive the results at the end, right? So many people do like overthink a lot when it comes to their inputs and to be able to get their outputs essentially. So I'm starting to embark on a new journey where I'm getting out of sales, starting an AI agency where I could start scaling to like the 30 to 40, 50K months, because recently I've been just chatting with more people who are in the business realm, people who have their own marketing agencies, people who do TikTok affiliate, people who do a lot more things. And the goal here for me is just to build wealth at the end of the day. So many people like to overcomplicate those things, like building wealth. A lot of people are just, they like the idea of being a millionaire so they could spend millions of dollars, but they don't like the process of actually putting in the work, like waking up on time, doing cold calls, focusing on follow-ups, focusing on delegating, focusing on fulfillment, learning different skill sets like diving into marketing, copywriting, sales, and actually grinding out those 10 to 12 hour days, because that's what it's going to take if you're looking to build a successful business, right? I know a couple guys who are very successful when it comes to business models and bringing over like 20K months, 30K months, 40K months in profit. Anything works out in life if you truly could put your mind to it. That's just the reality of things. But yeah, so today's Monday. On Friday or Saturday, I actually invested into my first ever business mentor. And it's going to be a huge journey for sure, because right now I'm in the process of just creating everything. I'm actually going to set up Go High Level today, and then we're going to go through the entire process on how I'm going to get clients, how I'm going to book people in onto my calendar, do the B2B sales calls, and then to be able to do the fulfillment. So of course it's going to be a long process. I feel like I could easily get my first 2 to 3 clients this month, right? And speed up to like 10 clients the next few months very easily. But of course, I'm looking to also delegate a couple things after like month 4, month 5, month 6, so I could actually go to those 30K months, 40K months, 50K months. It is going to take time. I know it's going to take time because there's a lot of things I don't know about, right? Number one is like, I really don't know how to cold call. I cold called in the past. It wasn't really successful, but I did book a few appointments with a couple of the company owners onto like a different, like, I did cold call a couple of years ago for a company just for like a month. And then of course I got to learn fulfillment. I got to learn how to have my show up rate like at 80 to 90%. Like, I want to make sure these guys show up. I want to make sure that I provide value. I want to make sure I close these guys on those sales calls. So I got to learn a new process when it comes to B2B sales, and learn how to pitch for like a good 10 to 15 minutes around the service that I'm selling. So this is very exciting, of course. For me, I want to build true wealth. That's why I'm starting a business. I want to make sure I can put myself in a way better position by next year, end of next year, essentially, December, right, of 2026. It's because next year I want to be able to buy gifts for my family, like a lot of gifts, essentially. Bless my loved ones, be able to bless other people in the process, be able to buy the things I want to do, be able to go out and actually like enjoy fancy restaurants here and there, travel around the world, visit new countries, be able to do the things where I don't have to worry about bills. I don't have to worry about paying for certain things. You know what I mean? And that's just where I'm at. I want to be able to build wealth by having this AI agency, getting into Airbnb arbitraging, because I want to also own a plot of land in the future. I want to own a couple of houses and all of that, properties. Yeah, if you guys feel like I'm kind of messing up or stumbling around my words, it's because there's a couple of people walking back and forth. Anyways, I also want to build my own app in the future. Like I do have an insane idea, and I know it's gonna be huge once I implement it. Like I spoke to one of my old buddies like a couple months ago around this idea, and he's like, "Okay, this idea is gonna boom if you, of course, execute it properly." But the first step is actually getting that immediate cash flow, which is starting up this AI agency, getting to those 10 to 15, 20K per month in profit with this agency and scaling it up, of course, and then making the right investments, whether it's investing into more mentors, being able to enter into new communities, more masterminds, be able to surround myself with more wealth. Because at the end of the day, guys, like you gotta attract who you want to become, essentially, right? If you want to, well, it starts with yourself first. If you could identify yourself as a successful entrepreneur and bring in 6 to 7 figures each year, then of course, the way you speak, the way you act, the way you think will change. And that's also going to attract new opportunities for you. Because ultimately, I want to be able to surround myself with 7-figure entrepreneurs and then eventually 8-figure entrepreneurs who exited apps, who exited, their own companies essentially and sold it for 8 figures. Because there's a lot that I want to dive into. There's a lot of things that I don't know about. You don't know what you don't know, right? And it's super exciting to be able to actually unfold all of these like new scenarios, these new situations, diving into different industries, being able to just tap into like different opportunities overall, and meeting new people. That's the best part. You get to experience all of this. And like I met up with a couple of guys already on this trip. I'm in California at the moment. I met up with a couple of guys, and I just noticed that, dang, there's so much more to life that you don't know about, right? Once you start connecting with people who are actually putting in the work, because look, if you're broke, generally you do not get the luxury, or you shouldn't have the luxury to be able to take any days off. It's just my whole perspective on things. Yeah, you might get burnt out, but the reality is, like, if you have a strong enough why, mission, essentially, you're gonna put in the work. You want to grind out those 10 to 12 hour days. I don't want to stay average. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be fucking a loser. Like, who wants that? Like, you want to be able to like actually do things, experience life, live life to the fullest. That's where I'm coming from. I want to be able to bless the people around me. It's not just about me. It's not just about obtaining certain materialistic things. Like for me, I don't give a fuck about that. All I care about is building true wealth, setting up my family for success, my future family for success, being able to support my loved ones, be able to teach them the things that I learned. Because this is a process. I'm 23 years old. I got 7 more years until I turn 30. That's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, there's a bunch of guys that I know, 20 years old, 21 years old, 22 years old, make 10K a month, 15K a month, 20K a month. Like, I even like watched this one YouTuber recently, right? He is spending like 3K per month into S&P 500 as well as Bitcoin. It's like, you're 22 years old and you're doing that. That's awesome, bro. That's super fucking motivational, because I want to be able to do the exact same thing. I want to be able to invest into my future. I want to be able to actually put myself in a way better position. But yeah, anyways, guys, this is just day one of me really documenting my entire process and just my whole perspective on life and how I'm going to move forward. I want you guys to come on this journey. I'm going to document everything, A to Z. Of course, in the future, if you guys are looking to work with me, feel free to send me a text message, because I'm going to have the entire process down. I'm going to make sure I make a successful AI agency, and I want to make sure that I could also help other people to be able to put themselves in a better position. So come on this journey, guys. Just remember to take it easy and everything will be fine. Peace.